May 12, 2016. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. The fire that set off one of the worst industrial disasters in Texas history, the deadly explosion of a fertilizer plant in West Texas that killed 15 people back in 2013, was deliberately set. This is according to the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms yesterday. Previously, three possibilities had been under construction: faulty electrical wiring, a short circuit in an electric golf cart, or arson. Yesterday, the federal officials said that, in fact, the blaze had been deliberately set. We're pursuing this as a criminal act, the federal government said. Asked if there were suspects or people of interest, the response was, I would say we're heading in that direction. They offered a reward of up to $50,000 leading to information for those responsible for the act. The explosion left a crater 93 feet wide and 10 feet deep. 10 of the 15 people killed were volunteer firefighters and other emergency workers. Of the town's 700 homes, 350 were affected. Now, we have not seen the insurance policy for the West Fertilizer Company plant. However, if it's like any other insurance policy, there are exclusions for acts that are deliberately caused. So we'll see what happens here. Modeling firm Risk Management Solutions has released a narrower industry loss estimate for the Japanese Kumamoto earthquake on April 15th. That was a 7.0 quake. The RMS is saying that insured losses will be between $800 million and $1.2 billion. Economic damages could be between 5.5 and 7.5 billion. Its competitor, AIR Worldwide, said that insured claims would fall between $1.7 and $2.9 billion. There were two fairly significant earthquakes in Taiwan earlier today, a 5.8 and a 5.5. They struck off the northeast coast of the island. The shaking was felt across Yilan County and in the central capital area of Taipei. Recently, of course, on February 6th, an earthquake of 6.4 struck Taiwan, killing 117 people and injuring more than 500 others, as well as contributing to substantial business interruption claims. There have been no reports of any damage or injuries yet. Mario Greco's first quarterly earnings report at Zurich has come out, and the result of the earnings report, even though it showed some negative information, was something that beat forecasted estimates by some 22%. As a result, the shares are up now about 6% in trading in Switzerland. The fall in profits went down from 16% down to $1.09 billion. It was generated mainly by a 23% drop in general insurance operating profits, down to $542 million. Which is being hailed by analysts as being symbolic of selective underwriting by Zurich, as they are not increasing their gross written premium because they're passing on business that they should be passing on. Perhaps reflecting Greco's recent arrival in the role, the CFO, when he was announcing the report, said, while it's still early in the process, these results show that the measures that we put in place to improve the performance of our general insurance business are now beginning to take effect. We've been reporting about Mitsubishi Motors emission scandal and how, in fact, it was Nissan Motor Corporation which dropped a dime on them, saying that, in fact, the tests they were running on the Mitsubishi cars did not reflect anything near the miles per gallon ratios that Mitsubishi was saying. Well, in a little bit of a turnaround, Nissan announced that it's going to invest more than $2 billion in Mitsubishi, and they're going to get a 34% controlling stake in Mitsubishi Motors as a result of that investment. The CEO and chairman of the Renault-Nissan Alliance, Carlos Ghosn, said that the investment is a vote of confidence in Mitsubishi Motors, as well as in his counterpart, the CEO of Mitsubishi, Osamu Masuku. Ghosn said that Masuku kept him up to date in closed-door meetings on the scope of the problems at the company. When he says this is the size of the problem, we trust him. Mitsubishi will remain a separate brand with its own network of dealers, and Nissan will not be involved in day-to-day operations. Here's a little bit of a cold water dousing for Downing Street. The Ratings agency Moody said that the UK's potential exit from the EU would only have a modest negative credit impact on global rated insurers with sizable operations in the UK. Moody said that our view that Brexit would have only a modest negative impact on insurers' credit fundamentals is based on our central scenario that the negative economic impact for Brexit for the UK economy would be relatively small. From an operational perspective, Moody's would not expect changes to insurance passporting rights to have profound implications for the insurance industry because many of the largest groups conduct business through local subsidiaries in countries in Europe anyway. However, Moody's did say that a Brexit would likely trigger a significant increase in uncertainty that would weigh on investment, spending, and hiring decisions and thus likely depress UK gross domestic product growth. This could drive a reduction in demand for insurance products, particularly in discretionary lines or those dependent on economic activity. All in all, when you read the press release from the report, we've not read the Moody's report, but the press release is slightly contradictory to say the least. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.